folks, it's your girl Kaya and welcome back to another ARK video. Today we're going to be looking at some of my favourite spots to live on the Crystal Isles map. As we know, the Crystal Isles is coming out in the summertime. It's going to be an amazing map release for ARK and it is an absolutely stunning and beautiful map. However, the map is absolutely huge and there's so many good spots on it, so I thought I'd pinpoint some of my really favourite ones I've lived at throughout the time on PC that has been unmodded, so that perhaps maybe you can live in these places when the map comes up and enjoy them as much as I have. Just a little warning in here, remember this is the modded version I'm showing you right now, so when the official version comes out, not everything that you see on this video might be here when it is out. But that's a 50-50, so some of the things might not be included, some of the things might be. There could be no change or there could be complete change, but pretty much all I really speculate they're going to really remove is probably some of the DLC stuff in there, like aberration stuff they may remove, since this will most likely be a free map, so they don't always like their modded content to be in that kind of map, so just bear that in mind and let's get into the video. And remember, if you'd like to see more of me, then you can find me on the Kaya on Fire channel. It's where I do all my personal stuff and I do tons of survival games, guides, etc. So I'm going to be starting this off with my actual favourite spot in the Crystal Isles, and I mean favourite, like no other spot for me personally can compare to this area. I'm in love with it, it is amazing, it is beautiful, the graphics are stunning, and it is a great place to live in general because you literally have everything at your doorstep. Metal nodes, check. Pearls, check. Plenty of trees, check. Rocks, check. Etc. You know, you get the gist of it, and it's actually pretty close to a few other really lovely biomes, and it's just such a tranquil, beautiful place. There is plenty of flat land to build on, and a little sneaky cave system even as well, that you can probably store some things in, or if you're on a PvP kind of Crystal Isle server, maybe you could live in that hole altogether, I don't know. But this place has a special place in my heart, because it is such just a stunning, beautiful area. It has pretty much all that you need, and the spawns are pretty great also. Now if you want to live here, here's the GPS coords, you can check it out, and when the map opens you can live here and enjoy it as much as I have. Moving on to my next location. Now this little location is absolutely ideal for people with massive ass clans or somebody that just loves to build tons and tons of things. Trees in this area are really pretty because they have little red flowers hanging from them and they're absolutely beautiful. You even have your own pool of water down the bottom where it's deep enough to store water dinos, and just cryopod whatever water dino you like and move it into this area to keep them nice and safe. There is also a bunch of Y species Healy plants that you can see in this area around the middle that you can use as a healing station for your dinos if they get in trouble in battle. But no, this area is fantastic. It even includes lots of metal around the area as well, and crystal, and even in the water you can check it out. It has metal underwater in a small little cave down there, and there's some obsidian nodes as well. Not to mention there's also oil nodes in the water, so you pretty much have tons of these different resources in one area, which makes it fabulous to live in. If you'd like to live here, make sure you check out the GPS coordinates so you know exactly where you're going when you come here and the Crystal Isles map opens up. Next we're in the Redwoods. I'm quite partial to the Redwoods as a biome in general because it's so tranquil and peaceful with the sounds and the sound effects, etc. But this is a really good spot that I found in the Redwoods in the Crystal Isles map. It has a really nice running lake system for it. It even has a waterfall, plenty of metal nodes, plenty of crystal nodes, and of course the redwood is really good in resources in general. There is plenty of wood to go around, especially so your base is well equipped with lots of wood, stone, etc. But this area is really great, it's very beautiful, the lighting is amazing. You even have plenty of water to fish in, and there is even X-species plants in the area as well. But no, it's a very dynamic spot. You can either choose to live on the bottom bit by the intersection, or there's a lovely flat top bit on the top that is disconnected from the snow area in the background, so it's nice and safe up there. Lovely and flat, there is plenty of room for a massive base or several bases here. And it's a great spot in general, so if you'd like to live here, here are the GPS coordinates for this place. Next, moving on to this fantasy spot. This is going to include 3 islands in the Sky Island trilogy right here that I really admire and like. Now the Sky Islands are probably going to be pretty popular since these things are in no other ARK map, and there's absolutely loads of them. However, There are several ones that strike out to me as amazing locations, including this first one, where it has a mixture of cherry blossom and normal greenery here. It's very vibrant, very green, there is water, there is a waterfall, very pretty. It's just below cloud level as well, so you get this lovely cloudy effect. However, it doesn't block any of your vision, so that makes it a really great spot. Then it has several tiers that you can build down from or make a really interesting, intricate base. Here's my second in the trilogy of the Skyislands. Now this place is actually above the clouds instead of below the clouds, and it is a really nice place. It's actually a really huge plateau that has a bridge up to the next bit, and there is a little underwater bit in that area with a nice pond there, so you can get your water supplies at your doorstep. It also has lots of crystal, there is metal here, there is plenty of trees as well, and as you can notice here as well, the animals are really quite peaceful and passive in this area, which makes it an ideal spot to live in as well. Moving on to the next Sky Island, this is probably one of the biggest ones I'm covering right here that's on its own. It has another 3-tier kind of dynamic to it, and it has a couple of waterfalls on it too. You can probably notice a trend, I really like waterfalls, so... But it has plenty of resources that you need. It has crystal, metal, wood, stone. It pretty much has most of it that you need, and again, the creatures are really tranquil here. And it's really nice flat space with this kind of island as well. That and it's absolutely huge, so you probably won't need a barrier to stop your dinos falling off this actual Sky Island. Moving on to a location that is not for the faint of heart. This area can be pretty hot and roasty toasty, but boy is it stunning. The red trees, the volcano, it is an absolutely beautiful place to live, but you do need to be careful in this location. It has pretty good beacons in this area, which is really nice, but there is a kind of plateau, as you can see on the video throughout these screenshots and video clips. There is a really nice plateau area that you could home your base on in between two lava rivers. But it will sit pretty safely in between the two. There is a ramp all the way up from the top to the bottom, so you have easy access up and down this location. And again, it is near plenty of resources as well, which makes it absolutely ideal. The only thing you might need up here is a way of getting water just to keep you refreshed. So make sure you have your water wells here because it's going to be very, very hot. Next area I'm talking about is a wonderful desert island location. Now this is in the edge of the desert, but it is connected to a lot of different biomes and is really near the red obelisk. So this is a fantastic spot to be since you have access to so many different things. Not only that, it is a really good area because you don't really need to wall any of it off. There is one ramp going up to this little plateau here, and you can shove a little fence in there and be done with your walling. You can keep your base up there quite snug. It is pretty flat, and there is plenty of room for a decent sized base as well. Not a lot of things can get up here, so you will be situated away from all the danger. Plenty of trees, plenty of resources, and of course you've got your traditional scorched earth dinosaurs in this area too, so you can make use of that whilst you're here. Moving on to a really unique spot in the Crystal Isles. This is another one of her unique biomes called the White Cliffs area. And this is my personal favourite area in the White Cliffs just because you have this whole little cave of items on top, and then you have all this flat space down below. So you could either have a base on top or below this structure. It is a wonderful archway to live near because you have a really deep water in it as well. So you can store your water dinos in the pool at the bottom. Then you can have your whole base situated on the top with plenty of trees, with plenty of metal nodes on top as well. Or you can just admire the whole view. It's a really nice landscaped space, and it's probably one of the most well built ones out of all the White Cliffs, this little archway here. It is certainly really huge as well, so there is plenty of space. If you want to live here, make sure you check the GPS coordinates. It is a beautiful place and I'm sure you'll love it. Moving on to our next place, we're going to need our warm clothing for this area because it's going to get very chilly. Now this is a really good place to live, however it is very dangerous, so it's not for the faint of heart in this location here, because you will get plenty of Uteranus and very cold weather. However, if you are used to kind of dealing with this and you're a strong enough survivor, you've got the muscles of steel, you can live here and really enjoy and get the most out of this location. The only thing I might recommend if you're living up here is to probably turn clouds off, because clouds might come over occasionally and block the view a bit. But apart from that, If you don't have clouds on, then you're going to get this very beautiful view of the entire map. You can see all the biomes from here, and it's very, very beautiful. That's pretty much it, I'm afraid. I hope you've liked all the spots I've mentioned today. Remember, when the map actually comes out and if you do end up building in one of these locations, do post on Jade's Discord. I would love to see all of your pictures of base builds in these locations if you do so. And let me know in the comments down below what is your favourite spot on the Crystal Isles if you've had a chance to have a look at this map already, and where you would love to live in this area. I'd be very interested to know. Perhaps I could live in a new location that I haven't lived in before here. That could be equally as beautiful and wonderful. There is plenty of spots on this map for people to live at, and I hope you really enjoy this DLC when it comes out, because I know I will. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It's really going to help Jade out, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye!